Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 116 of the Sim Racing Show. And this week, sim racers are talking about a brand new Global Expo because one lucky country is finally getting its first ever dedicated sim racing expo, bringing major brands, new hardware, creators, and thousands of sim racers together under one roof. So when, where, and what to expect, I'm going to break it down for you. BeamNG has also delivered one of its biggest updates ever with a rally mode that's getting people seriously excited. RaceRoom has outlined a huge roadmap of cars, tracks, and improvements. Project Motor Racing keeps rebuilding with major physics changes. Let's get into it. So it's the UK which is finally getting a proper dedicated sim racing expo, but this says a lot about the state of sim racing globally and could indicate a sim racing expo near you in the near future. Sim Global Expo has now been announced for the 16th and 17th of January 2027 at the NEC in Birmingham, and this is a pretty big moment for sim racers in the UK because honestly, people have been asking for something like this for years. The event is being pitched as the UK's first dedicated exhibition for both sim racing and flight simulation, bringing together hardware brands, retailers, creators, enthusiasts, and industry people under one roof. So this is not meant to be just a few rigs in the corner of a bigger motorsport show. The idea is a proper sim-focused event. Product launches maybe, live demonstrations for sure, a large sim shopping village, stage interviews, creators, special guests, and obviously, I would say the most important thing, the chance to actually try hardware before you buy it. Maybe you want to try MOZA's motion rig before you drop almost £3,000 in it, and you might be able to. Now, sim racing gear we know is expensive. Wheels, pedals, cockpits, motion systems, VR headsets, and VR headsets especially, a lot of it is difficult to judge properly from a spec sheet, or even when I do my best in a YouTube review or showcase. Nothing will beat being able to sit in the rig, feel the pedals, test the wheelbase, compare seats, and then potentially even if you want, but you don't need to, buy from exhibitors on the day and take it home with you. The reaction from the UK scene already seems pretty positive as well. A lot of people are basically saying that this has been a long time coming, especially because the UK has had sim racing sections at broader shows before. I've been to them, but not really at a major dedicated event at this scale. There are still some questions though. People already asking how much tickets will cost, because if the pricing is reasonable, this could also become like a proper annual meetup for the UK sim racing community, and also timing. It's on the same weekend as the iRacing Daytona 24 Hours, which is one of the biggest online endurance races of the year. Will this actually support the event? We'll need to see. So Sim Global Expo could be a really important event for the sim racing community, and if you want to see me host an area and maybe do some giveaways, put Kireth in capital letters in the comments so I know that you're thinking about going. Now there's one other event I need to tell you about in the sim racing show, because I am running the first, as I understand it, sim racing track day in the UK. This is an event for sim racers where we can bring our cars to the track and drive them in real life, and because it's focused on sim racers, it's not going to be intimidating. I'm going to have VBox on hand who are going to explain how to drive. They're going to kind of give some, don't want to say formal coaching to everyone, but they're going to give some guidance, and we should have some giveaways and other brands joining us as well. I'll put a link in the description, but if you want to join us at the first ever sim racing track day on October the 14th in the UK, please don't miss out. I don't want you to miss out. Now next we're going to talk about the long awaited BeamNG update and rally mode, but before that I want to say a big thank you to MOZA for sponsoring this video. Now we know that MOZA have the R25 Ultra True Torque wheelbase for $899 if you want 25 Newton meters of torque like that, but now MOZA are augmenting that with other options in their ecosystem. Firstly, they have the MOZA HMA 150, which is a motion 3DOF system for $3,000 or just under. I've been using it. It's been working for me. It's one of the most price competitive motion systems in that bracket, even though it's still obviously very expensive. If you're thinking about getting it, go check out my content on the HMA 150. Also at the lower price end, we have the R5 Pro from MOZA that's just been launched for almost 10% of the price, $399, which is a 6 Newton meter base, non-load cell pedals, and the ES Lite rim. But also we have the massive news that MOZA is coming to PlayStation, and because of that I took a look at some MOZA deals that are available right now, and MOZA have some really interesting bundles with an R9 base, SRP2 load cell pedals, and you can also get the KS rim from MOZA, which is a nice GT rim as well. Those are coming in around $550, and to be honest, that's the bundle that I would get right now. So big thanks to MOZA for sponsoring the sim racing show. They're coming up with so many products, it's kind of hard to keep up, but we'll keep covering them for you. Now BeamNG has finally released the long-awaited version 0.39 update, and this one has been a long time coming. It's been more than 7 months since I let you know about the last major update, so players were expecting something big, and on paper 0.39 definitely delivers. You've got a full graphics overhaul, updated lighting, a revamped UI, which I've been speaking about for years, a new photo mode, a new car, and also a massive list of smaller changes across the game. And the timing matters, because it's not just MOZA coming to PlayStation 5, BeamNG is still heading to PlayStation 5 later this year, and I feel like sim racers, unless you're watching a sim racing show and you're subscribed like you are not really that aware of it. But every update now feels like another step towards making this physics-heavy and authentic machine actually work properly on console. But the update hasn't been perfect. A lot of players are reporting performance issues, and that's a big concern. BeamNG's physics and crash simulations are basically unmatched, but it is a very demanding PC game. So if it is going to land properly on PS5, optimization has to be the part that is absolutely nailed. However, the part that's got people, I say, immediately excited about this update is the rally mode, because this update adds a new gravel rally loop in Utah, and it's not just a normal stage where you click and start go. You actually drive between stages on public roads, deal with traffic, check into time controls, listen to proper co-driver notes from a real-world co-driver, and then try to survive the actual stage with BeamNG's full damage model underneath you. GTA 6, eat your heart out. That's what I call proper immersive sim racing. And a lot of sim racers are saying this is a type of rally experience other games, like I said to Corsair Rally, are missing. Not just the stage itself, but the whole process around it. Driving to the start, waiting for your time, building the tension, managing the car, and then committing when the stage begins. It also makes people immediately think what this could be like in multiplayer. It's still early, there's still only a couple of rally loops for right now, and people want better timing screens and more results between stages, but the concept is genuinely exciting. I would say more exciting than Assetto Corsa Rally's multiplayer feature. Now, RaceRoom summer update is starting to look very interesting because the DTM 2026 car pack now has a date, August the 4th, but this update is not just about new DTM cars. The Nürburgring Nordschleife is getting a full 2026 layout update with new curbs, updated buildings, and refreshed circuit visuals. Monza, my favourite track, is also getting an art overhaul, which is good to see because RaceRoom has a massive car and track list, but some parts of the game need like a modern visual pass. The in-race HUD is also being redesigned with a cleaner layout that should make key information easier to read while you're driving. And this is a kind of update that RaceRoom needs. Not more content, not just more content, they're good at that, but making the existing platform feel fresher, cleaner, more modern, and more inviting for new sim racers to join. But RaceRoom, like they do, is not stopping there because more super tourers are on their way. That category, I would say, has quietly become one of RaceRoom's strongest areas. Volvo, Alfa Romeo, Opel, BMW, Audi, and Renault are already in the game, and now the Ford Mondeo and the legendary Peugeot 406 are set to join at some point in the future. It's very interesting because Peugeot have just, well, not really reeled it, but their new hypercar is being tested. KW Studios also teased two little brothers for the NSU TT, more cup cars, including a French one, and also the big Nürburgring update. They've also not ruled out Formula 1 style content, and there's also some more historic track layouts in development as well. So RaceRoom has just been super busy. Now, Project Motor Racing released another update, and this one's actually important because it's not just one of these small bug fixes, it's alpha triple screen support, which is a big deal for serious sim racers, but the bigger change might be the complete rebuild of the GT3 and GT4 handling model. Straightforward, clearly trying to rework how the game actually feels to drive. And with Aris involved, a lot of people are playing close attention whether physics can start moving in the right direction. But I would just say there's a lot of conflict about what the right direction means. And I want to ask you this, does the right direction for GT3 mean that you can match the real times of a GT3 driver? Should it be actually quite difficult to drive so you can't match GT3? Or should a sim racing title be a little bit more encouraging so we can kind of like live the dream of being a GT3 driver? Because if you think about it, they're all valid options, but which one do you believe in? So hopefully you've enjoyed the sim racing show for this week. Make sure to follow me on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. I'll put all the links in the description, and I'll see you next week.